But you
Yes,
can
sir.
go to other tab also. But for that you have to use the
Okay.
table names. But I will show you. Wait.
But yesterday you were selecting from that no,
Yeah, yeah.
multilingual
Yesterday
selection.
in my server there are many options. No, there are many materials. So I chose. But you can choose from other place also. Wait, I will show you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you go to CS01 to create a material, sorry, a BOM. Here I have to select material, no? First, I will click on drop down button in material, correct, so far. And then I will get this screen here like this, right? So you are telling
Yes, sir.
that in this plant material by description, I entered the plant number and I went. Like here, 1100, I will also enter 1100. Now if I press enter, okay, all these are different materials. So from this material, I can choose any one as
Yes.
a product and then I can continue. Instead of this option, see, if I click here and go on the left hand side, there are other options also. Like for example, I can go to this material number or material description. Okay, and if I press enter, see here also there are many materials.
Okay.
Okay, we are in this material number or material description in this tab. If you don't want this, you can also go to material by old material number. See here also, if you press enter, it will show you all the materials by the old material number. Okay, see, these are also materials. So there are many options, Neela. Either you can go to material number or material description, or you can go to material by old material number, or you can go to plant material description. That tab also you can choose. But here the problem is when you are using these options, no, here we don't know what is the plant number. Like if I select this assembly cable, for example, or this raw material 300, or maybe something else like okay, skid pad, for example. When I select that material, I don't know in which plant this material is existing. Because here in this option, I don't get the plant number. I will only get the list of materials, but no plant number. See, do you find plant number here?
No.
No. So when you select a material from this list, you have to go to tables, and from the tables you should find out in which plant this material is present. So how will you do that?
We need to open another screen.
Hmm.
MARC table.
But directly you will enter MARC here. See, transaction MARC does not exist. We have to go to SC16N. Okay, this is the transaction code SC16N, and here we have to enter MARC or MARD also is fine. Let me put MARC.
Okay. D is location, no, sir. Material.
Yeah, storage location. Yes. MARC will give you plant data. So which is that material? BA905. Right? Select that material and you can enter here. Now execute. See, it is showing this material is where, in which plant?
3000.
3000. Yes. So this material is existing plant 3000. Then I have to come back to my BOM and then I should add the plant number. Right, like that. But when you are selecting a material, you can select from any screen, no problem. You can either go to plant material data, or here from material number you can select, or material by old material number. From anywhere you can choose, no problem. So you try all this, other tabs also you try.
Okay, sir. I thought like yesterday we were struggling with that unit, so that ST
Ah.
unit only, whatever you upload, so that I thought
Hmm.
I can also upload that and test it.
Yeah, you can follow
But when
that,
I was
but in your system there are only two materials, no, same material. That is why I am telling you.
okay, sir.
Okay. Then last thing I explained you about the bill of material, alternative BOM. So what is
Yes,
alternative
sir.
BOM?
When same model has two different versions, so we can add alternative BOM. Example, you told like orange and mango juice, as well as this mobile phones.
Yeah. Yes. When the same product is having variations, then you don't have to create separate bill of material. No need. With the same bill of material, you can create different versions. Okay, it's like a same book with a different version number. If you have the habit of reading novels, or if you have habit of reading books, you know that after every few years they will release a new edition. There we call it as edition, or you can call it as a version also. Version number is also fine. So they will make some changes and they will release a new version. So in your bill of material also, when there is more than one variant of the same product, we have to use a alternative BOM. Right? That is the use of alternative BOM. Understood? So please create this bill of material and share, because nobody is sharing me any assignment. It's been many days.
So I thought like whatever we are doing in that server, you will only see. So, hereafter,
No,
I will
no,
share.
no, no. Like I can see if I want, but I don't know what you are creating. No. So until and
Okay, okay,
unless you don't share me the screenshot, I don't know what you have created.
okay.
Directly I cannot see in the server. Not possible.
SVT and substance volume tracking and all I completed, sir.
Okay, okay, fine.
I updated as you said. All other
Hmm.
things I did.
You
Today
have
I was
completed.
about
Hmm.
and like 110. I couldn't see anything. That's why I sent screenshot.
No problem. Even after you complete also, you send me the screenshot.
Sure, sir. Sure.
After completing also.
Okay, okay, sir.
Hmm. Okay, so this was bill of material in your product safety. Next, let's go to global label management. Global label management is also like part of your product safety itself, but I take this separately. Okay. We call it as GLM, or global label management. So what is a label? Do you know? Both of you? What is the meaning of label?
Label in the sense about that product, everything will be written in that. No, that's
What is that?
like MSTS.
MSDS is a report. It's a document, not a label.
Label means like ingredients and all they label no in over the product.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. I will tell you what it is. If somebody asks you what is the meaning of label, you can say that it is something on which, or label is something on which you can print the data from SAP EHS module or other modules, including graphical symbols. This is the meaning of label. Okay, label means it is something on which you can print the data from either SAP EHS module or other modules, including graphical symbols. Means some symbols or some pictures, hazard pictogram we call. So those pictures also you can print on the label. And coming to the GLM. So what is GLM then? Let me write few lines about GLM. This SAP component provides support for both simple as well as complex labeling processes. JLM is a SAP component that provides support for both simple and complex labeling processes and can be integrated in the company's standard business processes. Okay, so what is the meaning? See, global label management is a SAP component in EHS that will support for both simple as well as complex labels. What is the meaning of simple label and complex label? Do you know? Simple label means what? What is a simple label? A simple label, I can give you an example of address label. Let's say you want to send a postcard or you want to send some package, okay, to some person. So how will you send? You have to display the address of that person and the name of that person, no? Name of the person, address of the person, and also telephone number. So you have to use the address label. Address label can be called as a simple label because it contains only the name and address of that person. It contains only the name and address. That's why it is a simple label. But what is a product label? Product label is a complex label. Why it is a complex label? Because it contains information about the product. It contains information about when it was manufactured, in which country it was manufactured, okay, what is the expiry date, what is the batch number, what is the price, okay, and it also contains some graphical symbol. Graphical symbol means like for example, it may contain picture of that product, okay, or if it is hazardous, it will have the picture of skull and bones. If it is a chemical, for example, it will have a hazard pictogram on that, and it will contain some hazard rating also. So that label can be called as a complex label because it has so much information, not only very simple like name and address. It contains other data also, manufacturing date, manufacturing country, price, how much quantity, everything will be there in that particular label. Okay, so that is why we can call that as a complex label. It is a complex label. If I want to show you, okay, let's again take the help of Google because I can show you graphically what is a simple label and what is a complex label. Simple label example. It is showing lot of other labels. Okay, simple label means just understand it contains, for example, the name of the customer and the address of the customer. So that can be considered as a simple label. I will show you. Let me search for address label and then maybe, yeah, address label. Okay, now you see here. What does it contain? Just name of the company and the address of the company. This is called as a address label. Or if you want to see more professional, it can be okay like this. For example, see here, this is very simple. This is also a label and it is called as address label, which contains only simple details like the name of the person and the address of the person. So this is a simple label. But if you look at danger label, it has lot of data and lot of information. Okay, so let me show you example for dangerous goods label.
For dangerous goods label, for many things they will give put some danger symbol, no sir. That is simple.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. See here, for example. See, this is also a label, but they have used, see this symbol, this is called as a hazard pictogram. What it is showing, what is the meaning of this symbol?
Flammable.
Yeah, it's a flammable liquid. So that is why they have put a flame. And also see below you can see this number. What number
Yes,
you
sir.
can see below?
1,
No, it is 3. See here.
3.
Yeah. This number will tell you what is the hazard rating. 3 means it is a flammable liquid. Okay, we can call it as a DG class or hazard rating, anything we can say. This is the number. So that label will also contain number. It will contain the graphical symbol and it will contain the hazard rating. So this is a hazard rating. And not only that, see what color they have used. This particular symbol is in which color? Background color?
Red color.
Red color. So red color indicates it is a flammable liquid. Red color, if you have a label with background red, it means it is a flammable liquid. See here also. This is also a symbol for flammable liquid. But look at the color in the background. The red color indicates it is a flammable liquid. Okay, so this is how the dangerous goods label looks like. This is how they will create. And it has lot of information. Compare this with your address label. Both are different. Here lot of information is there. There only name and address. So that is why we can say that dangerous good label is a more complex label and it has lot of information. Right? See, this is also a dangerous good label. You see this? Maybe on chemical containers you have seen. See this? It is also a hazard pictogram and it contains information about that material. Okay, this is also a dangerous goods label or danger label. Sometimes it will be like this, skull and bones with the rating, hazard rating.
That
So
only I
all
told you, sir. That is simple.
yeah, this yeah, but it is used in dangerous goods, so it's a dangerous good label. Only one part they are showing, but actually, see, the dangerous good label will be like this. This is a perfect example for dangerous good label. It has lot of information and they have used the symbols also and it will contain some information also. All these are nothing but dangerous goods labels. See here also we have explosive. Okay. All these are dangerous goods labels. So dangerous good label will contain hazard rating, hazard symbol and background color. So that is why we call it as a complex label. right? It's a complex label. So when you are using global label management, you can create a simple label as well as you can create a complex label. It is your wish. And not only that, those labels can be integrated with the company's business processes. Whether you are doing sales or whether you are manufacturing or whether you are going to deliver the product, logistics, in all places you can use the labels. That is why they are saying the GLM can be integrated into company's standard business processes. Because see, labels are not only used in EHS, labels are used in warehouse operations, labels are used in sales, warehouse is also used in plant maintenance. There are many places where they use the label. So wherever they are using label, you can connect that label information with the GLM. Right? That is the meaning of that. And also there are different uses of labels in a company. Labels can be used in many applications. What are they? There are about 10 different uses of a label. First one, labels can be used in the goods inbound delivery. Okay. Labels can be used in goods inbound delivery. What is the meaning of this goods inbound delivery? When the company wants raw material to manufacture something, they will order it from the supplier. They will tell the supplier, please deliver that material for us, and they will share the purchase order. And what that supplier will do, he will bring that material and he will deliver to the company. Because the material is coming into the company, we call it as a goods inbound delivery. Right? Inbound means coming inside the company. Goods or raw material is coming inside the company, so we call it as goods inbound delivery. So in this process, we use labels. This is one of the business process, goods inbound delivery. Similarly, labels are also used in stock holding. Do you know what is the meaning of stock holding? Any idea what is the meaning of stock holding?
No, sir.
Don't know? See, stock holding means purchasing raw material in large quantity and storing in the warehouse. Okay, purchasing raw material in huge quantities and storing in the warehouse is called as stock holding. Because many companies need raw material for manufacturing. So if you want to use that material for manufacturing, first you have to procure, you have to do procurement. After procurement is done, then you have to store it in the warehouse. So that is why we say that stock holding is also a business process. Yes, stock holding means purchasing raw material and storing in the warehouse in large quantity is called as stock holding. Next, labels can also be used in other applications. For example, labels are used in internal goods movements. Labels in internal goods movements. Internal goods movement means when you are transporting the raw material from one place to another place within the company, it is called as an internal goods movement. So there also labels are used. Like from one plant to another plant, if we are sharing the material, then we call it as an internal goods movement. There also labels are used. Similarly, labels are used in production preparation. Labels are used in production preparation. And also labels are used in production. So when you start manufacturing any product, there also you have to use the label. Because on a bottle, you have to display what is the product name, what is the price, what is the expiry date, all that you have to print. So therefore labels are used in production. Next use is Labels are used for put away after production. Labels are used for put away after production. Put away means once you have manufactured any product, you have to store that in the warehouse. Let's say you are manufacturing Pepsi. The Pepsi bottles are manufactured. After filling the bottles, they will store those bottles in the warehouse. So that is called as a put away after production. There also we have to use the labels.
What, sir? Can you repeat labels for put away after production?
Yeah, put away after production means, see, maybe on a TV you have seen where they manufacture the Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It will be like a line production. All the bottles will be going from one place to another place. They will fill that bottle with Pepsi. They will seal it, okay, and then they will arrange it in a carton box. So directly from there they will send to the customer, or will they keep it somewhere else?
They will keep somewhere and later only they will deliver.
Okay, but why like that? Why not directly they can deliver?
They will check, no, sir, everything.
Yeah. They have to check the quality, whether it is leaking or not. They have to take account how many bottles are there in each, carton box. Okay, then they will seal it. They will seal the carton box. They will display some labels even on the carton box, and they will arrange it in the warehouse. After that, whenever there is a requirement from the customer, they will send that bottles, send that carton box for delivery. So before you send the delivery to the customer, you have to store that product in a warehouse. That is called as put away after production. Put away means you are keeping it away, or you are keeping it in a warehouse for later delivery to the customer. So that process is called as put away after production. There also you have to use labels. Right? Put away after production. Next, labels are also used in outbound delivery. Yeah. So after storing it in warehouse, what you will do last? Outbound delivery means what?
Direct delivery.
Yeah, outbound delivery means from that warehouse you have to send the material, send the product to the customer, no? So that is why from the warehouse they are going to send the product to the customer. That process is called as a delivery, outbound delivery. And even in the outbound delivery, you have to use the labels. Even there it is required, right? So that process is called as outbound delivery. Even in outbound delivery, we have to use the labels, because you have to put the address label, you have to put the dangerous good label or hazardous substance label. All that labels you have to display. So even in the outbound delivery, we have to use the labels. Next, after that, labels are used in plant maintenance. When they are doing plant maintenance, there also labels are used. Labels are used in plant maintenance. Okay, do you know what is plant maintenance? What is plant maintenance?
Sometimes they will keep,
Hmm.
no, sir, outside like the plant is under maintenance.
Ah. Yeah, but what happens in that during that time?
They will check expiry date,
Expiry date of what? Plant?
product.
No. That is okay. They will check in the shop. But plant maintenance means factory will be there, no? In the factory, they will do the maintenance work. See here. Plant maintenance is the systematic inspection, servicing, repair and upkeep of equipment, machinery and facilities in a industry and machinery in a industrial or manufacturing settings. For example, let's say there is some machine is there, okay, in the company. At least once in a year they have to do the maintenance. They have to add oil. They have to check whether it is working properly or not. If it has some problem, they have to repair that machine. All that they will do in a big company. So that is called as a planned maintenance. Okay, so you can remember this definition. Planned maintenance means it is the systematic inspection or checking, servicing, repairing and upkeep of equipment, machinery and facilities in an industrial or manufacturing setting. So here you can see the pictures also. Like here you can see this is a big plant. This is a plant. In this plant they have to check each machine whether it is working properly or not. They have to check. They have to do maintenance work. That is called as a plant maintenance. All this, see again here also you can see this picture. They are checking equipment here. This is called maintenance. Or let's see some other example. Yeah, see here. Here also they are doing what? They are doing maintenance. They are replacing old parts. They are adding oil. They are changing oil. They are doing maintenance work. So these kind of maintenance work when they are doing, at that time also you have to use labels. See here, this is also maintenance work. Okay, and see this is also maintenance work. All this is called as maintenance. See for example here, he is doing maintenance. So maintenance has to be done in a plant every year, at least once in a year they have to do. And when they are doing that, they have to use labels. That is why they are saying labels are used in plant maintenance. Next, after that, last application is labels are also used in waste management. So if you are generating waste in a company and if you are storing that waste in a bin, let's say, so they have to display the label. They have to display the waste label. That waste label will contain information about that waste, what type of waste it is, how much quantity, and what precautions you have to take. All that will be displayed in that particular waste label. So even in the waste management, we can use the labels. We can display the label. Right? So all these are different uses of labels in a company. Labels are used in goods inbound delivery. Labels are used in stock holding. Labels are used in internal goods movement. Labels are used in production preparation. Labels are used in production. Labels are used in put away after production. Labels are used in outbound delivery. Labels are used in plant maintenance, and also labels are used in waste management. So these are the different uses of labels in a company. You have to remember this by heart if you want, but remember this. Okay, these are the uses of labels. Next, another very important part we have called process steps in GLM. So if you want to use this GLM component in SAP, what all you have to do? What are the steps you have to follow? We call them as process steps. This is a very important question. They will ask you in the interview. So they may ask what are the process steps in GLM. So don't forget, you have to remember all the steps in a GLM. So first step is configure global label management. Configure global label management. We have to do the configuration. This is the first step. After configuration is done, second step is create label templates. Create label template means we have to design the label. That happens in second step. Create label templates. Next, we have to edit the label data edit label data in material master. So wherever you are creating material information, there you have to enter the label data also. This is the third step. After third step, you have to check the labels, whether they are designed properly or not, whether it has all the data or not. You have to check the label, right? That is also a process step. Next, after that, label determination and printing via a PC. Means we have to determine the label, where we are going to use that label, in which process we are going to use the label, that we have to do the determination. That happens in this step number 5, label determination and printing via PC. There are again 10 total, I think there are 10 steps. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. There are total 9 steps. Next step is manually generate print request. Manually generate print requests for label printing. What do you mean by print request? What is a print request? Do you know? See, if you want to tell.
Blueprint, no sir. Blueprint of label.
Huh? Blueprint.
Yes, sir.
No, print request. Print request, I'm saying.
Don't know, sir.
Okay, see, print request means, let's say for example, you are, there is a warehouse, okay? In that warehouse, there is a warehouse in charge and also there is a assistant. So if the assistant want to print any label, he cannot directly print it. He has to take the permission. So whenever there is any requirement to print the label, the warehouse assistant cannot print. So what he will do, he will request his supervisor to print the label. He will ask his boss or manager, sir, please print the label because I want to use, I am not able to print. So therefore, that manager will print the label on behalf of the assistant. That is called as print request. You are requesting the manager or supervisor to print the label because you don't have the permission. Because you don't have the permission, you have to request somebody else to print the label. That is called as a print request. And that is the step number 6. We can manually generate the print request so that the label can be printed. Next, after that we have automatically generate print request. Okay, next step is either you can manually generate the print request or you can automatically generate the print request. Next step, print labels manually, because finally what you will do, you have to print the label, otherwise how you will use. So the last step will be either you can manually print the labels using print request, or print labels automatically using print requests. These are the different process steps in GLM. You have to remember them in the exact order. You cannot mix. You cannot tell print labels manually first and then you cannot tell check labels. It should be in the same order. Always this is step number 1. This is step number 2. You have to follow this step. And if they ask you question, what are the process steps in GLM? In the same order you have to tell. Okay, you cannot mix. You cannot tell the last point first and the first point last. You cannot mix. So you have to remember it as it is. All the steps you have to follow as it is. Okay, they are called as the process steps in GLM. Clear? Any doubt up to here?
No, sir, it's clear.
Clear. Process steps, again I am telling you, you have to remember in the same order. Always step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, like that you have to remember all these steps. They are called as process steps and they will ask you question on this. Okay, next we move on to label categories. So how many types of labels are there in SAP? There are total 10 label categories. There are 10 different labels of label categories. What are they? First one, we have a label category called as primary product label. We can call it as product label or primary container label or container label. Okay, this is the first type of label. Product label, primary container label or container label. Okay, let me show you how it looks like. Primary container labels. Okay, let's say for hazardous chemicals. Okay, see here, this is a container, no? All these are containers. There is a small plastic container, there is a big container, there is a steel container. All these are containers. So just check out, on top of them there is a label they have displayed. Okay, so this label is called as a product label or a primary container label. Again, see here also, this is also a container. This is some chemical and on top of this chemical container they have displayed a label. So again, this is called as a primary container label. This is also one example. All these are containers. Again, on containers you can see there are labels. So such kind of labels can be called as product label, primary container label or container label. That is the first type. The second type of label category is called primary label with transport data. Second type is primary label with transport data or container label with transport data. So what do you mean by transport data? Transport data means what?
Transport data, products one place to another place when we are moving that data.
Yeah, not only that, it also contains what is the hazardous property of that material, okay, on which date you have manufactured, how many kilograms or what is the weight of that material you are transporting. Even that information will be there on this label. So transport data means from which country to which country you are transporting, okay, what is the total weight of that package and what is the hazardous property of that material. All this information is called as a transport data. So this is also a primary label, just like a primary container label, but it contains even the transport related data. That is why we call it as primary label with transport data. This is the second type. Third type of label is called as overpack label. Overpack label. Do you know what is a overpack? What is the meaning of overpack? Don't know? Overpack?
No, sir.
Okay. See here. Overpack means it can be a box, Overpack. This is a overpack. This is some box, no? It is a big box. So this box is called as overpack. Okay, here also we have some examples. See, this is a overpack. See, it is a carton box. This carton box is called as a overpack. Another example, see here. This is also a overpack. Overpack means it can be a metallic box or a carton box, or it can be a wooden box. Any kind of enclosure made from steel or plastic or paper, that box is called as a overpack. So any label which you are displaying on the overpack is called as a overpack label. So here you can see they are displaying some label now here. This is a label. So when you display the label on a overpack or box, we call it as a overpack label. This is a overpack label, or I will show you some other examples. See, this is a overpack label. Okay, or see, this is a overpack. 1 minute. See, this is a overpack. This is a overpack label. All the labels which are displayed on these boxes, they are called as the overpack label. So that is also one type of label we have in the SAP called as a overpack label. Next, within that, we have overpack label with transport data. So again, this contains transport information also. Overpack label with transport data. This is another type. And after that, we have transportation label or shipping label with transport data. Transportation label or shipping label with transport data. So shipping label means, you know, right? Okay, let me show you. Shipping label. Shipping label. Okay, see now. This is called as a shipping label. For example, here you can see from where they are sending, to whom they are sending. This information will be there from address to address, and what is the material, how many kilograms, all that information is displayed on the shipping label. This is a shipping label. Okay, one more example. See, this is also a shipping label. It has the sender name, to whom we are sending that material, and what is the nature of that material, that will be displayed here. Again, it is a shipping label. And another example, okay, see, this is a shipping label. Yeah, so this is a shipping label in which we have even the transport related data. That is called as a shipping label. Next, after that, we have shipment label. Shipping label is different and shipment label is different. This is also one of the type of label called as shipment label. Let me see if I can show you shipment label. It will be like this only, similar, but some information will be different. So I will show you the shipment label. Yeah, almost same. See, both are same. For example, see, this is a shipment label. How many pieces of material they are sending, what is the total weight, what is the source country, destination country, date, origin, country of origin. So this particular information is called as a shipment information. Okay, again here also you have, this is another example, right? Here mainly we have the shipping date, what is the dimension, how much weight is that material, and to whom we are sending, from whom we are sending. This is called as a shipment label. Okay, this is another example for a shipment label. So that is one label category. Apart from that, we have internal supplemental label. Internal supplemental label. What is internal supplemental label? See, sometimes what happens, just one label cannot cover all the information. See, for example, a label is very small. It does not hold lot of data. Like here you see, on some carton box, they are displaying this label. But this contains very limited information. What if you want to add more information? What if you want to add 10 other addresses? How to add it? Because the space is very less. How can you add multiple addresses here? Because place is not enough. So therefore what you have to do, you have to use another label along with the main label. Extra label I can say. Internal supplemental label means extra label or additional label. Let's see if I can display that. I'm not sure. Let me check. No, this is supplement fact, not this. It is showing something else. It's not a label. Supplement facts means what materials they have added. That is called supplement. But not this. It's not showing supplemental label. Supplemental label means actually it is an additional label which you want to use. So if the space is not enough on that label, we have to paste one more label and there we have to display the information. That is called as an internal supplemental label. Next, after that, we have customer specific label. So you can design your label as per your requirement or customer requirement. We can design our own label. That is called as a customer specific label. Okay, customer specific label. Next, we have sample label. Whenever you are bringing sample material into the company, we have to use a sample label. And last one, we have a waste label. Waste label again, wherever you are storing waste, there we have to display the waste label. So these are the 10 different label categories we have in SAP. If they ask you about the label categories, you should remember all this. Okay, got it? All these different label categories you have to remember and you have to tell if they ask you what are the different label categories we have in SAP. Is it clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Next, we have something called as label creation of label template. Means when you are creating a label design, what are the requirement? What are the points you have to remember? So when you are designing a label, you should define the label size. You should know which label size you are using. Because in companies they use different label size. In some companies they use centimeter, inches. In some companies they will use inches or millimeter size label. In different places different label sizes are used. So whatever label you are designing, what is the size of that label? That we have to configure. Okay, we have to decide the label size. Next, we have to decide the label stock size. Now, the question is, what is a label stock? Do you know what is a label stock? Do you travel in bus or do you travel in, yeah, it is mainly used in bus. They will, nowadays they are giving ticket. You know how they give ticket nowadays in the bus? There will be a printer, a small device. The conductor will be holding a device. So whatever, wherever you want to go, you
Yes,
will
sir.
pay the money and he will type in that and one sheet or receipt will come out. Just like in the ATM machine. You know, when you swipe your ATM card in the shop, a bill will come, a bill is generated. So that paper roll is called as a label stock. Okay, let me show you. Label stock. Okay, see this. On this paper, they will print the label. Okay, this is not a label, this is just a paper roll. But on this paper, they will print the label. That is why it is called as a label stock. See another example. See this. In this paper, it is a roll and you can print the label on that paper roll. So that paper roll is called as a label stock. Okay, see all these examples. See here also we have. You can print the label on this paper. This paper full roll is called as a label stock. Or maybe what else can I show you? Yeah, see this is also a label stock here, for example. This is a label stock. Label stock means it is a material on which you will print the label. That material can be either paper or it can be a plastic based material or it can be even fabric material. You know, when you purchase ready-made shirt, inside the shirt there will be a label. Okay, let me show you. See here. So when you purchase any clothes, inside that cloth they will use this label. This is also a label. But this is made from fabric material. It is not paper. It is made from fabric material. So again, some more examples. Yeah, okay. See here. This is a brand name and they are saying it is 100% cotton. This is also a label. So behind the jeans, on a jeans pant also you can see that is a label. In the shirt also you can see the brand name, that is also a label. This is called as a clothing label made from fabric material. Okay, this is also a type of label stock. So any material on which you can print the label is called as a label stock. Let me show you the definition. Okay, see here. Label stock is foundational blank material used to print adhesive labels. If you go to Google, you will find all the definitions.